Well, we got a really big show here today, and so mighty special time. We have people who have flown all the way over from England to see the show. How about that? Can you say England? England.
International.
Right, and they've come especially to do an interview with Barbara A. Stone, who's from London, England. How about Barbara A. Stone? It's a surprise interview, of course. Well, we've got more surprises coming up as the show goes on, but first we'd like to bring our surprising couple who we like to call the honeymooners. How about a hand for our heavenly choir, Tom and Amy Comet?
The honeymooners, yeah.
We're going to start the show off, our part of the show, but what we like to call a primitive and traditional way. Hokey to this song. Before we start the show, can you tell us what you all were doing last night? Did you go to a nightclub in town?
No. Yes.
We love that because Nashville is kind of the headquarters for all kinds of entertainment, but we like to think that Franklin is the new Music City. How about a hand for Franklin? And you'll notice that David and William are still learning how to use the clap signs. How about a hand for William and David?
George, you are starting this off for a fight today.
I'm going to get a clap sign for Amy. Just 1 second.
Oh, she's going to need it. Oh, a big one. Oh, good. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
It's going to be like dueling clap signs. Well, it's time for us to kick the show off, as we said. Are you ready, Heavenly Choir?
Yes, we are. We are.
Good. Are you ready, audience?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Nice.
You ought to tune that thing, George.
Radio! Turn your radio on.
It's the NashVegas radio show, live from beautiful downtown Franklin, Tennessee, at the one and only Kimbro's Pick-Up Parlor and Café. Can you say Viva NashVegas?
Viva NashVegas!
So much fun. Well, as the show rolls along, as quickly as possible, we'd like to invite up our band who's going to play a song while Amy will dance. Amy has been redubbed the NashVegas Clogger. Someone needs to get our band. They're back there in the practice room.
The workout begins, Amy.
They are known as Michael Kelsh and Al Goll. But in between, I'd like to say that David Spaulding Jr., besides being a private driver, do you ever sing this song? I'm your private driver, drive where you want.
No, I don't sing that song. I sing drive, drive, drive away from George. Get away as fast as you can away from George.
As you can tell, we've been practicing this wonderful material for months.
Yeah, well, you were on TV this week.
I was on TV, but the question I have for you, are you still a man of constant leisure?
Oh, yeah, of course.
He is a man of constant leisure.
Yep. And I do leisurely things, but don't do one thing. Do not try to drive through downtown Franklin on cruise control.
It worked. You know, last week we were down at the Williamson County Archives and Museum, and when you have a chance, please go down there and visit the Williamson County Country Music Wall of Fame. You can spend a week there and still not see it all. David, have you ever gotten lost in the Williamson County Archives Museum?
Yeah.
And how about William Covington?
He's the one that got me lost in there.
I'll tell you what. Well, we had some really wonderful music last week from Barbara A. Stone. Those videos will be up very soon on NashVegas.tv. That's our website for all the video archives of the Viva NashVegas radio show. Now, this song right here harkens back to the earlier days of country music when there was a simpler time. We'd like to think that's the type of thing we represent right here. Do you think we look pretty simple?
Oh, we're simple.
Yes, we are. That is no illusion, and we are not actors. So in case you're wondering how much we pay the actors, we don't pay them because they are not actors. This is real.
But we do want to thank all our sponsors.
Which ones? We have, how many do
We don't have any.
We have no sponsors. With no further ado, it's time to kick off our show once again and jettison into cyberspace with our wonderful NashVegas Clogger, joined by the wonderful NashVegas Jubilee.
All right. Yeah, boy. Yeah. All good. Look at
Join us, if you will, for the rousing chorus.
Watch your step, watch your step. One in the Joe dancing round on his toe. Pick them up and holler. Let her go, and so it's hell, hell, the gang's all here for the Alabama Jim. Come on out.
Oh, they're going again. Put your hands together. Another edition of the Viva NashVegas Radio Show. Fantastic. Now stay up here, band, because you have become a valuable contribution to the Viva NashVegas Radio Show extended intro part of the show. This edition will have at least 5 or 10 intros. But now we're actually moving on to the meat of the show, and this will be sort of like the sausage on the biscuit.
Oh, how about the gravy?
The gravy's coming up in a little while, and of course there'll be grits and all kinds of other wonderful things, because we're here at the breakfast show, at the Viva NashVegas Radio Show. Can you believe you're actually in America?
Yes.
Fascinating. All right. Now, Michael Kelsh, not only are you a singer and a songwriter, you're also a songwriter and a singer.
In a tractor and a trailer.
You're here on stage, and you've been practicing, I can see, before the show, for a wonderful rendition of a song that perhaps you've written.
Well, yeah, we were going to do something kind of light and airy, but you said up tempo, so we pulled out something else for that.
That's right. Yeah, we did. Something we could do something light and airy a little bit later on. Here they are to do something that set the show up with a lot of tempo and energy. The one and only Michael Kelsh with Al Goll, Mr. Dobro, and Tom Comet, Mr. Upright.
How about it?
Son, this life, he only got one friend. Said you jet black Cadillac. Said you jet black Cadillac. Said you jet black, you jet black, you jet black Cadillac. Down the road, my Chevrolet, some drive a car that ain't a bit of candy. Some drive a Rolls Royce, some drive a Cadillac. I'm on ride with my jet black Cadillac, jet black Cadillac. Say my jet black Cadillac. Say my jet black, my jet black, my jet black Cadillac.
The amazing sounds of singer-songwriter and songwriter-singer Michael Kelsh. Hello, Michael Kelsh.
That is my favorite song that Michael and that group does, and it's a good song.
Do we need to move on?
You tell me.
Well, the next we have a duo coming up next. The next people coming up on stage are just absolutely fantastic. We're very excited that our talent scout and chef, the one and only Chef Michelle, and talent scout Michelle, has brought these wonderful ladies to come and sing some songs for us today. We have some special messages to share with everybody, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful thing to have 2 out of 3 of Carter's Chord. How about Carter's Chord?
And they're local too, they're from Franklin, George.
We are born and raised in Franklin.
Yeah.
Well, not born, actually raised.
Yeah, that's,
That's where I was born home.
well, just,
We've been here so long, it feels like.
well, just being here is an oddity and things.
That's perfect.
Well, hey, y'all. We are Carter's Chord. There's a third one, but she is driving home from Destin, Florida today. Such a tough life. So we figured we're just going to have a party in her absence. But we're going to take y'all to church this morning with our first song. We can have Saturday morning church, right?
Here we are.
I was blind once, but now I see. Left in the darkness until the truth found me. I was a believer till he brought me to my knees. Lord, forgive me for thinking he could save me. Woo! Thought it was an angel. Thought it was a saint. Thought that he could fill my heart and be my everything. When we walked through the fire, he left me in that flame. Lord, forgive me for thinking he could save me. Well, I wanted him to be the one to come and baptize me in love, take away my pain and set me free. But I guess foolish hearts are desperate to believe. Lord, forgive me for thinking he could save me. So take me down to the river, cleanse my soul, wash away these memories so I can let it go. And I'll tell the whole world that you're all I need. Lord, forgive me for thinking he could save me. Well, I wanted him to be the one to come and baptize me in love, take away my pain and set me free. But I guess foolish hearts are desperate to believe. Lord, Grew up in Franklin, Tennessee. Went to high school at Centennial High School right down here down the road.
Go Cougars.
Yeah, that's right. Go Cougars. But we're here today specifically because we are going to be part of an event to benefit pancreatic cancer research with the Nikki Mitchell Foundation. We have a very, very good family friend named Nikki Mitchell that was just the most amazing woman you could possibly meet. She was a pilot and an animal lover and president of Waylon Jennings Company for a long time. And our mama and daddy were in Waylon Jennings' band growing up. So we grew up with Nikki, wrangling everybody and just being such an awesome force for life. And she lost her battle a couple years ago to pancreatic cancer. And we are going to be part of an awesome event on September 23rd with Jamie Johnson and Jesse Coulter and Shooter Jennings and Jared Neiman. It's just going to be the best show, y'all, at Marathon Music Works in Nashville, September
Great place.
23rd. And we want to sell tickets. Tickets. We got tickets back here.
All right. Look over here, the tickets, Michelle. Show them. There we go.
$28, and it will be worth every penny.
You can go to NikkiMitchellFoundation.org or Marathon Music Works.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good night.
Now, what's that date again? What's that date again?
September 23rd.
Starting at what time?
What time does it start? 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
And we did it last year, y'all. It was just a big love fest on stage. Everybody jumping up and singing background with each other, and just a big family event. And we're really looking forward to it again this year. So, you want to do another song?
Sure. We'll get y'all clapping on this one. Take me home early, take me home.
Oh, yeah.
Need to live me and you till the break of dawn. Oh, I can't get enough of your love, so come on, baby, let's get going.
Okay, they were originally going to do 2 songs, but do you want to hear 3?
Sure.
Okay, here. All right, the one and only Connor's Chord.
Thank you. Well, this next song that we're gonna do is one that we had on an EP that came out a couple years ago.
And we usually have a third with us. We have a third sister that's a part of our band. And so
A low harmony. That
imagine
we're
a low
missing tonight.
harmony and a keyboard up here. And that's really what Carter's Chord is.
But this song really goes along with the benefit that we're going to be doing in September. It's just talking about loving the world bigger, and Nikki Mitchell was somebody that definitely loved the world very, very big. She probably, my husband said she lived more life than 100 of us put together. So we just love that we're a part of this organization and that it's going to be raising money for such a great cause and for people that are struck by pancreatic cancer. So this one's called Love a Little Bigger.
September 23rd.
September 23rd, Marathon Music Works. Tickets, 7 o'clock.
The other day I started watching a story about starving children as I drank my $4 coffee. Kinda felt a little guilty looking at the faces on the TV. Made me think about how blessed I am. So I decided that I'm gonna sing a little louder, gonna pray a little harder, gonna run a little faster, let know I'll never want another, gonna tell my mom I miss her, gonna learn to never say never, to love, love, love a little bigger. What is it we really live for? After all we have, we still want more. Think we all could use a wake-up call. Single mothers, out of work fathers, families losing their homes every day. People's hope in God fading away. So I decided that I'm gonna sing a little louder, gonna pray a little harder, gonna run a little faster, let them know I'll never want another, gonna tell my mom I miss her, gonna learn to never say never, to love, love, love a little bigger. Love a little bigger. Not gonna judge my sisters, 'cause in his eyes we're all sinners. Gonna write my friend a letter, learn to keep in touch a little better. Gonna fill my days with laughter, hold on a little longer to love, love, love a little bigger, love, love, love a little bigger. Love a little bigger.
Yes.
Cool, thank y'all so much.
Thank you for having us.
Will y'all come back again sometime?
Oh, we'd love to.
Did you all have a nice breakfast?
We haven't eaten yet, but we're about to eat some biscuits and gravy.
September 23rd. September 23rd.
September 23rd, NikkiMitchellFoundation.org. You can get your tickets.
Buy those tickets here, and if you don't buy them today, you can go on the website that they said and buy them there. So make sure and check it out.
And don't forget to visit Carter's Chord on Facebook. I tell you what, they have got a lot of friends. And you want to be their friend too on Facebook. Carter's Chord.
Cool.
You know, David Spaulding Jr., you got some questions saved up for the young man who's coming up soon. He may be eating his sausage biscuit even as we speak, or tuning his guitar, or maybe somehow he's going to grab his guitar.
Well, I'll watch him, see if he makes it or not. I say he's going to get it.
Why don't you talk about something that happened this week while I get this album and I'm going to show you.
Well, I don't know anything that happened this week, but I did notice one little thing about music. You know, I'm a dyed-in-the-wool professional engineer. You know me, I don't do anything, but I noticed something about musicians this week. They all tend to leave their cases on their dashboard when they go park somewhere. You know how come they do that?
Wow.
Because they can park in handicap that way.
Is that a joke?
You'll get it tomorrow.
Well, do you have the time for the trivia question as we're sitting here for just a second? There's been kind of a trivia question today.
Do I have a trivia question?
Is it a long one or a short one?
Oh, it's a normal. Do you have a prize?
We have a prize.
What's the prize?
Our prize today is this wonderful newspaper article that was written about the Viva NashVegas radio show. And the lucky prize winner will get their very own complimentary prize-winning copy.
Well, okay, the trivia question is today, which Grand Ole Opry star would play on the Opry, go to Tootsie's, get a beer, go down to the fairgrounds, race a car, and then go back and finish the Opry?
I know.
Now, you're on the show.
I know.
Anybody? Which Opry star would play on the Opry, run down to Tootsie's and get a beer, drive to the fairgrounds and race a race car, and then drive back to the Opry to finish the show?
I can see that.
Who got it?
Who said that?
There you go.
Wait a minute.
Marty Robbins.
David, I'm going to give you this newspaper to hand to our prize winner.
William, I'm going to give you this newspaper to hand
Now,
to
by the way,
our prize winner.
we have thousands of these stored up in the back of David's van. If you like one of the newspapers on our show,
Garage.
we'll have some for you all when you come up to do the surprise questions for Barbara A. Stone. Now it's time to bring up a legend. You know, this is a town where the legends come and just relax and have a great time. There's a lot of music going on in this town, as you can imagine, because Franklin is the new music city. And being the new music city, you expect music and music legends. And so we've had many, many legends on our show. This is a legend making his second appearance on our show. He was on one of the very first episodes of the Viva NashVegas radio show.
Yeah, don't go too far there, because that's going to be involved in the Q&A.
That's part of the trivia question?
Part of the question and answer.
Question and answer. But this man was actually the front page of the Tennessean when we did that. I think I'm giving away more of David Spaulding's questions. This man signed an album for me. He's wearing a shirt. Well, not really, but it looks almost like the shirt you wore on the album cover, but not really. Is this the same shirt? Not really.
It looks like it, but not really.
We're checking his microphone.
really.
It's not really the same shirt.
No, that's Paisley.
Yeah, okay. Brad Paisley?
No, this is before Brad.
Okay. BB. Oh, well, this is really neat. This is the Gold album, the very first edition, I believe, of this album by the Box Tops.
Yeah.
This is Gary Talley, who is a fabulous singer, songwriter, and guitar player, who's played on thousands of country albums. Willie Nelson, I believe.
Don't go too far, George.
Well, hundreds anyway.
Yeah. And, you know, it's like amazing. When I listen to the radio, I always hear a song by the Box Tops because they are legendary. This is the man who is the guitar of the Box Tops. We're checking our cables even as we speak. David, what about your tomatoes? Why aren't you growing any this year?
Because I got tired of you eating all of them.
You don't like that, do you?
No, I didn't.
This may be time to ask another question, and that is, what is a private driver? Wait, we don't have time for that answer right now. We're going straight into music. It's almost time. This is the Viva NashVegas radio show. This is Viva NashVegas Central Time. And you're watching us on RadioNashVegas.com. Now, you're also watching us on our YouTube archives, which are NashVegas.tv.
Yeah, and everybody remember, this is live radio, so, you know, live TV. We just work through it as we get everything set up.
We're just laid back. We're just normal people. And now it's time for a man who is way beyond normal. He is above average. He is the most fantastic. I'm all tongue-tied. I'm sorry about that. He signed my album today. I'm going to just be dancing around with it during this set. The one and only Gary Talley.
Thank you, George. We're gonna lay some Memphis music on you here.
All right.
Yeah!
All right.
This first one is a song that I wrote with Millard Fillmore and Nelson Mandela.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about my granddaddy. True story. Thank you. My daddy's daddy lived to 103. He was a picture of vitality. When I asked him the secret of a good long life, he said, I keep a low profile. See, he was about 8 inches tall. My old granddaddy was a ladies' man. He never chased them, they came to him. I never kiss and tell, he said with a smile. I try to keep a low profile. He taught me I don't need to be the center of attention. Don't need to be in the public eye. Don't wanna be no lampshade hat dancer. I just try to keep a low profile. Somebody good advice. I know he's opening up that song. My granddaddy died last week this time, and at the church I had to stand in line. 100 weeping women's walking down the aisle. I sure knew how to keep a low profile. He taught me I don't need to make a lot of noise. I leave that up to all them flashy boys. That kind of thing just ain't my style. I just try to keep a low profile. Somebody good advice. Yeah, my granddaddy was so short, I used to go up to him and say, Granddaddy, can I borrow $10? He'd say, no, I'm a little short. Fell off a ladder picking strawberries one day. Broke his arm. Thank you. Thanks a lot. That's a relatively not. That's a new song, which means it's 20 years old instead of 50. This is the one that we recorded in Memphis back in 1967, The Summer of Love. Here we go. Give me a ticket for an airplane. Ain't got time to take a fast train. Lonely day calls, I'm going home. My baby just wrote me a letter. I don't care how much money I gotta spend. Got to get back to my baby again. Lonely days are gone, I'm going home. My baby just wrote me a letter. Now help me on this one. Wrote me a letter, said she couldn't live without me no more. Listen, mister, can't you see I got to get back to my baby once more. Anyway, yeah, give me a ticket for an airplane. give me a ticket for an aeroplane. Ain't got time to take a fast train. Lonely days are gone, I'm going home. My baby just wrote me a letter. My baby just wrote me a letter.
Are you sure you don't want to do that song about, it's this you order, making an order, or something about a beer, or you don't want to do that?
I don't even know that one.
You remember, come on up here, cameraman, when you and our son was out here, and he was talking about it's the beer. He said, you were ordering from a waiter.
Oh, sure.
This is a song that really is so inherent with Kimbro, because this is not only a great breakfast place. Are you having a great breakfast or what? It's also a great place for coffee, as my Ray Stone shows, or even hot tea, or cold tea. But it's also a great place to get a beer. You play here. Are you playing any time in the near future here?
Not that I know of, no.
We got to change that.
Do you have a gig coming up tonight somewhere?
Yeah, I'm playing with an oldies band called Boomerang tonight. We're playing a wedding reception in Spring Hill.
All right.
Spring Hill, right near here.
Yeah.
This is a song that just my son can't get out of his mind. This song sticks with
that
you.
one. Yeah, sure. I know what you mean there.
Is it a true story?
Well, sure. I can remember it. Dos a beer, a Mexican beer. Ray, the dude who brings me beer. Me, the one who drinks the beer. Far a long way to the bar. So let's have another beer. La 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 la. Tea? No, I want a beer. Which brings us back to Dos a beer, Mexican beer. Ray, that dude who brings me beer. Me, the one who drinks the beer. Far a long way to the bar. So let's have another beer. Woo! La 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 la. Tea? Heck no, I want a beer. Which brings us back to Dobro.
You know, there's even one more surprise we have for you. No one really ever gets away from our show without a second round of questions from a man who's also known as an industrial spy. He's David Spaulding Jr., a man of constant leisure. He is a man of constant leisure. Questions with David Spaulding Jr.
All right. You all, this show has been going on a little over 3 years now. And everybody that appears on this show is a star. The music is just so astronomical. It really is. But when I look back when we started the show, and some of the first big names that we had come on, Gary was one of the top 1 or 2 first ones to come on, the original show. And that was over 3 years ago. And really, Gary coming on that show brought a crowd in. And it really kicked us off in a way. So we as a show want to thank you.
I didn't know that.
You're welcome. And as a way to thank you, Gary, we would like to give you a complimentary copy of the newspaper article. This is not the one that has it. This is a special parting gift for you, but not really.
George, give him two.
Thank you so much. I missed the time.
Well, now, Gary, I'm going to ask you a question or two. Now, your life and your career, you know, it started with the box tops, but it's exploded so much past that. Waylon Jennings, just some of the people that you've worked with, Willie Nelson, Keith Whitley, one of my all-time favorites. You know, so you just established yourself. But I've got two questions, and the first is, how'd you come up with the name Box Tops?
Okay, there's some funny stories about this, but I don't remember any of them. Actually, I honestly think our manager just thought it up and said, okay. See, we were the DeVilles.
That's right.
When I joined the band, it was the DeVilles, and that was already a trademark name. So when we got ready to put a record out, we couldn't use that name, so we had to change it. And the way I remember it, he just thought of it. I mean, I don't remember us trying to even think of one. We didn't even, you know, some people say, oh yeah, there was a contest, name the band. I don't remember any of that. I think they made that up.
You can definitely tell a lot of people here grew up with that music and enjoyed it, because during the letter they were all singing along and knew the words.
They were clapping when you held up the sign.
Well, they do what I tell them to do. So now, I've just got a question. Your name's Gary Talley.
I knew that.
Who's Charlie?
Charlie. This is really cool. See, this guitar strap, my dad's name was Charles Talley.
Okay.
And I gave him this Gibson 335 guitar for Christmas in 1970. And the only guy that called him Charlie was the guy that made this strap. Everybody else called him Charles, but it was my dad's guitar strap.
Well, I tell you, Gary, you're a crowd hit. We thank you for what you've done for this show from the very start. And we thank you for coming
You're
on
welcome.
today.
Thanks for having me on here.
And George is either going to take a picture of you or give you another newspaper. So.
Would you like another newspaper? Sure. Okay.
I got a new puppy.
I don't know if that's it. Well, you're going to cut out the picture, though, and hang it up on your wall, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't let him do his thing on that.
You use the page that's got George's pictures.
Now, this is a strange question to ask, but since you have your guitar there and you've had a wonderful breakfast, do you have anything you'd like to, another thing to sing, or is that too much to ask? Because I know you're busy and you've got places to be.
Well, let me think of something I know the words to. That's the trickiest part. Yeah, you know what I could
Do you ever do a little? Go ahead.
Well, I was thinking I could do an acoustic version of our second big Box Tops hit, Cry Like a Baby.
And could we do just a chorus also? There's one song I saw.
Live radio, folks. Live radio. Got to roll with it.
I'll tell you what. I want to thank you for asking me that question. I'm just too scared to do that one. But I'll tell you what. After this time, are you ready for Cry Like a Baby?
Now remember, this song had a lot of stuff on it. It had keyboards and electric guitar and a bass solo, so I'm going to have to do it all by myself. Well, I think about the good life you gave me. Living without you is driving me crazy. I cry like a baby. I know now that you're not a plaything, not a toy or a puppet on a string.
But it's now time for him to take those newspapers home and give the puppy something to play with. How about those newspapers? Yeah! Well, Gary Talley, like we said, was one of our very first guests on our show and just got the whole thing kicked off. It has been really an amazing ride, and it's hard to believe we're 3 years old and going strong. What do you think about that, David Spaulding Jr.?
And puppies used for our newspaper.
At this time, we have a special installment to our show. We talk about people watching our show all over the world. Well, there's people watching it in maybe Poland, you might be watching in Spain, you might be watching in France, you might be watching in Norway, Sweden,
Australia.
Yes, all these places, yes. Guests have come here from Canada, and they're all watching the show now because they want to know, is that really a safety pin that David Spaulding is using to attach his shirt in the front?
Yes, it is, George. And as you know, 3 years ago, when we started, over 3 years ago, we said we've got to have humor, but a little, humility too. So I lost a button, and you said, get a safety pin, and it looked like you're from backwoods.
That's right. It looks kind of, what was that word we used?
What was that word?
I'll try. Yeah, corn pone. It's that corn pone. But another part of our show has been the fascinating talk that you may remember over the years. So interviews done by people who didn't even know they were going to do an interview, but people who also know how to speak English. Barbara, would you please come up on stage for just a second?
Barbara Easton.
Barbara Easton. I think Michael Kelsh is going to help her get up. It's very interesting because she comes from a place called Great Britain, and it was amazing when I first met her. I wondered what language would she speak.
Hello everyone. I'm not used to talking very much on the microphone, but if you'd like to ask me a few questions.
We will, and we got a special surprise for you. We had some people who have come here all the way from England. These are fans of yours who watch you all the way from Wolverhampton in England. Is anyone over there watching in Wolverhampton? Here they are, ladies from Wolverhampton. Please come up on stage. This is unbelievable. How many British people have It's very interesting because when I'm over there, they ask me, can I make a proper cup of tea? And I said, what do you mean? They said, a proper cup. And that is, you have to boil the water, don't you? It has to whistle.
You don't make it properly.
Right, so the question we have here, as we'll bring it up on stage in 1 second. Of course, I hate to leave this stage. You can clap for me in the audience if you want to right now. We're going to ask these questions. It's a very special time because we told you about these people just a few seconds ago before I went rambling on. But they are going to do the proper interview with Barbara A. Stone because they do know her because they watch her, but they never talked to her before. She plays classical piano, as they know, and she went to the Royal College of Music. But how can you ask proper questions of someone from England unless you have people speaking proper English? The ladies from Wolverhampton! This is a very special moment. They're going to ask her questions in English. All right, what is the first question you'd like to ask Barbara A. Stone in English? Helen, you can start if you want to.
I'll start. What was your favourite venue you've ever
You must
played?
speak on the microphone.
What's the favourite venue you've ever played?
You mean place?
Place, yes.
Place that I've ever played. Just got to think about it. I lived in New York for a long time, so I wasn't really playing piano very much there because everything was beach and water. But when I was in London, I played at the Royal College of Music. I hope to play at Wigmore Hall. Now this is just a dream. I used to think that it was only people who were very great that played there.
Like you.
And thank you. So if I can go there next year, I hope I can hire Wigmore Hall and give the short recital.
How about that first question and answer? Now we're moving on to the second question and answer. Who wants to take the second question? We're going to have, now it is Helen.
Yes.
And we wear hats. Both of us have on chapeaus. It's amazing. What do you think about our hats? How do we have
Do you miss England? Because I don't.
Yes, the first few years, very much so. But my son, I don't suppose he's listening, but he helped me. He said, you can't live in two places. You have to choose one or the other. So I chose America.
But even more important than that, you chose a special city that we live in. Where are we?
Where are we? Oh, Franklin.
We're not supposed to let on that we're not finished with Franklin.
I just got a new refrigerator, and the man who moved out the old one put it onto the porch, and he said, now you're acclimated to Tennessee. Old refrigerator on the porch. I said, well, where's the couch?
Well, you know, now, Barbara A. Stone, in case you didn't know, she just did a command performance down at the Williamson County Archives and Museum for art scene. And they said it was just phenomenal. They want you back this next art scene. Would you do that?
Good, yes, I would like to do that.
Well, you all go and see her on the first Friday. Art scene across the Starbucks in Viva downtown Brandon. Well, the pressure is mounting. That was a very good question, by the way. Do you have one that's even more emotional than that? We'll let Barbara then ask you a question.
Yes, how long have you been here?
I've lived here for 4 years.
4 years?
Yes.
I'm no good at it. I let George do that.
She said, how long have you been here?
I moved here 4 years ago.
Yes, that's it? Yes.
Yes.
You like country?
I do.
But you miss home?
And you know, Helen, what is very good, we're actually working on a new installment of the show, which will be, she'll be our translator.
I'm just visiting for a week.
You're visiting?
Yeah.
Very nice.
She's come from Hong Kong.
From Hong Kong?
I live in Hong Kong.
Oh, that must be different.
It's an experience, yes.
And you're a very sweet lady.
I've come from Great Britain just to visit for a week.
So this is great.
And where are you from in Great Britain?
Bristol.
Good. Oh, yes. Very nice town. I've been there. Well, it was lovely meeting you.
You too.
Well, with no piano. Where's your George is still in the piano?
Right, well, we'll have the piano at the archives, of course, and the other piano got so heavy as I look like I'm 23, but I'm getting a little bit older now. It's been dragging my back around.
I'm 69 and you're 23.
That's right. All right, a hand for the ladies from Wolverhampton and Barbara A. Stone. It's a standing ovation for everybody here. All the ladies from Wolverhampton. I was worried about you tripping on the chord, and there I did it. Barbara, will you come back and do more interviews next time here at Kimbro's, but of course, get ready for your pieces at the Williamson County Archive.
Well, if you think I'm suitable for doing an interview, I don't know.
Many people say you could be like the next, I don't know, Dan Rather or a newscaster. Alistair Cook.
Yeah, transatlantic.
All right, cool, transatlantic. How about the one and only Barbara A. Stone? There we go. Well, that's it, but our show is continuing. We're going to talk a bit about something called the Americana Music Triangle. Have you heard of the Americana Music Triangle?
Yes, sir.
Well, the Americana Music Triangle is a very interesting thing going on. Here in America, we have a place where all the music sort of was born and came together and conglomerated. And if you look at this wonderful map, you can see the triangle. It goes from New Orleans up to Memphis area, over to Nashville. Within this area, you can do a tour on the Gold Record Road. And you can see where all this music happened, and where it all came together, and where it all blended together. You'll see the different stars along the way, which show the stops you can make. And they're putting this together, and we have a special festival that will be happening at Harlansdale Farm. Have you heard of Harlansdale Farm?
Yeah.
Is anybody listening?
Yeah.
David, you have an Americana Cool t-shirt.
That's because Americana music is cool.
And you can buy the Americana Cool t-shirts, I believe, online, but also over at the factory at times, past and present. We want to also give a special remembrance to the birthplace of the Viva NashVegas radio show, Historic Handy Hardware on Columbia Avenue. Have you been to Historic Handy Hardware? Yes. And they still have free popcorn. We're down the street here, but after the show you can go get free popcorn and buy all kinds of Viva NashVegas t-shirts, and Michael Kelsh might even be there. I'm going to be moving away from the microphone very soon, but once again, at Harlansdale Park or Harlansdale Farm on September the 26th and 27th, I believe that's the right dates, the Saturday and Sunday.
It is.
They'll be having the Pilgrimage Music Festival, which will be featuring all kinds of Americana music. And we are right here in the middle of the Americana Music Triangle.
Do we have any special announcement about this show and that event?
The special announcement is that you will be getting a new safety pin in honor of the show.
Yeah, I tried to stump you and trick you up.
I'm going to move out of the way. Well, I'll tell you what. I thought I'd have a chance to talk more. Folks, I know it's rough for you to know that I have to leave the stage. But I will be back. I shall return. No. But I'll tell you what, these people are fantastic. I've been listening to their CD ever since you gave me one the other night, because, well, actually, I stole it out of their suitcase.
You paid for it?
They got some CDs here, too. There may be even news about bells in the future and stuff like that, if you know what I'm saying. I'm an avid follower of their Facebook page. These guys are fantastic, been on tour of America. They are the one and only for Defiance!
How you guys doing this morning? It's weird for us playing at 11 a.m. instead of 11 p.m., so pardon us if we're not quite awake yet.
Neither are we.
These dark stone walls, no room has ever felt more like a tomb than where they keep me. Wait for them, bricks doesn't mind. Got a heart till I know that nothing's being right. Heaven will let your heart my bleeding. The whole town came for to see my face. Bird, it rained. They told me I'd practice. So my mother never worried. 'Cause they say it doesn't hurt you what you don't know, mama. I'm fine. I'm fine. Mama, I'm fine. Mama, I'm fine. Everything's rusty nails in my nails. In these walls, yeah. I'm fine. Mama, I'm fine. Counting down my days until my time. Don't be home, yeah.
Yeah. Burn it up, buddy.
Well, this next song is it's off of our album that we've got. If anyone's interested, also we have CDs and shirts, whatever you want. We got them for sale.
Let me point your attention to this corner.
Lord Defiance.
So there's all kinds of stuff for sale there.
I'm their new mascot.
She's our new mascot. If you're listening on the radio, you can go to fortdefiance.bandcamp.com. You can also pick up the album on there. Well, this is a song from that brand new record. It's about this young lady over here, and it's about you, darling. And anyway, September 20th, she and I are going to be getting married.
Love it.
Couldn't be more terrified of that. And anyway, when we first met, we kept telling each other, there's absolutely no way we're ever going to date. We're strictly professional. And turned out a little different. Anyway. I haven't loved somebody in a while. Darling, I feel frightened when I do. I suppose I'll die alone when my loneliness finally kills me. But I've been getting good to get through.
Talk about the reasons you don't want me. I reciprocate thoughts towards you. The nights I spend alone seem to haunt me. It's a bitter taste, it's a bitter way of truth.
Today I told you I love you, I love you, I told you today. Today I told you I love you, I love you, I told you today. Today I told you I love you, I love you, I Ready? No. You ready, Miss Lauren?
I'm ready.
Laurel Lane.
What's my name?
I started saying Laurel Lane, and then I decided I should probably call you Laurel Eastman, and we're not married yet, so I started into Lauren. Laurel Lane?
Again?
I've only called you Lauren one time.
That's
Right in
the girl
front
we
of...
used to
Man,
play
the first time I ever met her parents, I called her Lauren.
They're listening right now.
In front of her parents.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
Well, I'm your man.
Now you girl. You got yourself a perfect man in a perfect world, don't you know?
It's true.
You belong with me and I belong with you. I'm your girl.
And I'm your man.
We look good together, walk slowly hand in hand.
Don't you know? Can't you see that I belong with you and you belong with me?
And we together like a missing puzzle piece.
Darling, say
I can be your honey if you'll be my bee.
baby, I love you.
And I love you. While we stick together, honey, like we always do. Don't you know?
Can't you see
That I belong with you and you belong with me.
that I'm your man?
And I'm your girl. Baby, got yourself a perfect man in this perfect world, don't you know?
It's true.
You belong with me and I belong with you. And baby, we're together like a missing puzzle piece.
Darling, say
I can be your honey if you'll be my bee.
and say,
We're together like a missing puzzle piece.
darling, say
I can be your honey if you'll be my baby.
baby.
Fall into my arms so naturally, like big sea. Learning you the start of everything.
You and me,
We're together like a missing puzzle piece.
darling, say
I can be your honey if you'll be my bee.
well, I'm your man.
And I'm your girl. Guess we found something perfect in an imperfect world, don't you know?
It's true.
You belong with me and I belong with you. Well, I'm your girl.
And I'm your man.
We look good together, walking slowly hand in hand, don't you know?
Can't you see that I belong with you and you belong with me? Thank you so much. Keep going? All right. Well, thought that was it. We're going to carry on.
I'll tell you one thing, I feel sorry for that tambourine.
Should feel sorry for the ones that came before it.
So before y'all go, you mentioned that something's happening, but on the Facebook page you mentioned there's actually 1 month to go.
1 month to go.
Could you tell us just a little bit more? Because we want to scream really loud. This is a city of love, as you know, Franklin, Tennessee, and Williamson County. And David Spaulding is, of course, the king of love.
That's because I come from the Love Shack.
I wish we could do a cover of Love Shack right now. I don't know that we can pull it off on the first though.
Love Shack!
Anyway.
Well,
Oh yeah, sorry to bother you.
I'm not going to tell you anything about the wedding itself because it would just be crazy if all these people showed up. And you know we'll be playing there.
But now, so you all then you all weren't in the same band all the time. You started out as a solo artist, and you too?
Mm-hmm.
And the percussion also? So each one of you all were different solo artists. How did you all meet?
I met her Well, I met Dave first through Guitar Center. We started hanging out, and he started playing with me. Again, just kind of back in my solo thing. And I was back from a stint on the road and went to Robert's Western World.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, clap, no problem. And I was making fun of a drunk chick, and I just leaned over to her. And this is the romantic story of how we met. And I said, I bet you she's gonna puke. And she did. Happens in mysterious ways. But sure enough. So now, thanks to Robert's Western World and a churning stomach of a drunken lady, here we are, a year and a half later, getting ready to get married in 1 month, or what is it, 29 days, 28 days?
I don't know, it's the 20th of September.
It's a certain number of
How many
days.
days that is?
Just wait till there's 3 to go.
Let's do Call Off the Bets.
Call Off the
It's
Bets.
appropriate.
Call Off the Bets is
at this
appropriate.
time.
Take it away.
I'm going out on the town now, honey. I'm trying not to be blue. I'm gonna go and watch that band that played the night I first saw you. I'd be fine if you didn't go, but you're happier when you do. You told me you're a rambler, so honey, I knew. Call off the bets. It hasn't happened yet, but I don't think I'll regret when it do. You're not the type I thought would be my Mr. Right, but I'm pretty sure I might end up with you. I'm going anywhere but back home, darling, where I'd probably just sit alone. It ain't no place for a girl to be who's left wondering about the unknown. I'd be fine if you didn't go, but you're happier when you do. You told me you're a rambler, so honey, I knew what I was getting into. I knew what I was getting into. I knew what I was getting into. I love the bets. It hasn't happened yet, but I don't think I'll regret when it's you. You're not the type I thought would be my Mr. Right, but I'm pretty sure I might end up with you. Off the bets. It hasn't happened yet, but I don't think I'll regret when it do. You're not the type I thought would be my Mr. Right, but I'm pretty sure I might end up with you. Call off the bets. It hasn't happened yet, but I don't think I'll regret when it do.
Okay, David, don't they make you want to fall in love again?
Yeah, it brings back memories.
Well, would you all come back into our show sometime soon? Maybe even tell us about the honeymoon. Where are you going on your honeymoon?
We're going to Austin.
But I'll tell you what, can you leave us with a touch of something up-tempo just to make the people scream and jump up and down? All right. By special demand. Here they are. The one and only, Fort Defiance!
What do you want to do, sing?
Do Grace.
All right. We're going to try to pull something off here, guys. Hallelujah. This song is brand new. As soon as Laurel changes instruments again.
Hold on. Go ahead.
So y'all are going to get the first taste of it, all right? You got to let us know how you like it. Website information, you can go to fortdefiance.bandcamp.com, facebook.com/fortdefiance Nashville, Reverb Nation, same thing, /fortdefiance Nashville. Email us at fortdefiancenashville@gmail.com if you want to book us or interview us or come hang out and grab coffee. Doesn't matter to me, I don't care.
You're dolls. You're dolls.
We're actually real people.
With gifts.
Thank you.
We love it. Come back.
Remember, after the show, at this point.
Right, we have a souvenir stand right over here. You can come up even as you're trying to grasp some of the magic that's getting ready to happen. You know, magic is what our show is about. Were they magic or what? And now, to keep the magic going, we have a man who keeps the magic going 24 hours a day, but we're not going to talk about that. But his name is David Scott. He does magic, but not yet. David Spaulding, You know this man. I know another assumed A-list, but we're not going to talk about that either.
I know the man.
That's right. Now the stage is set. The suspense is mounting, and he will mount the stage because he does magic. His name is David Scott. That makes him the Magic Man! David Scott!
How's everybody doing? If I can get this pull up a little bit. If I could get Amy to come up, I need a volunteer or a victim, however you want to look at it. Either way. Live radio. That's right. Miss Amy, you stand over here for me.
You know, I just told somebody this, but since this is a family show, I'll just say I think I'm the posterior of a joke here.
No. How can you figure that out? I'll tell you what. When you get a magician on stage, and he has a box of cards, what kind of trick do you think that magician is going to do?
A card trick?
Ooh, that's very clever. I'm going to do a rope pick.
You are not tying me up, man.
That's what Tom said, and he got away with it.
Family show.
Anyway, family fun. What we're going to do, this is called the cut and restored rope of India. If you're okay.
Yay!
Actually, that goes, ooh, India. Okay, you ready? Can you follow up? India. Close enough. But the first stage of the rope trick is to cut the rope. So Amy, if you would, take the scissors. And what do we don't do with scissors?
Run.
We don't run with scissors. Okay, now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to cut the rope. Okay? Now remember, the white part is the rope. The pink part is the magician. The name of the trick is the cut and restored rope of India. Not the cut and bleed magician from Franklin. Okay? If you will cut the rope.
I'm sorry you gave me that idea, though.
All right. We now have a rope that has been cut evenly. Evenly. Okay. Evenly. Okay, well, let's just start over. That works, okay? I'll do this again. And we're just gonna cut the rope. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let me do it this time. Cut it there. Cut it there. Cut it there. Cut it here. Go that way. And I'll keep these this time. No, you hang on though.
Thank you.
And we'll just start all over. Wow, how does he do it? How does he do it? Okay? We'll do it one more time. Tell you what. Again, if you would cut the rope. Very good. I don't get to bleed today. Yay! But tell you what now. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to kind of work with the rope a little bit and pull and tuck. Now, what I'm going to have to do is, I can't give away the secret, so I'm going to have to kind of turn my back and do the move, and we're going to really restore the rope. Okay, so if, say, you want to dance while I'm doing this part?
No, I want to watch while you're doing this.
You really don't want to watch. You really don't. Okay, if you're ready, are y'all ready to see a restored rope? Yeah! A restored rope! You aren't buying this any, are you? Amy, tell you what. Blow on the knot, please. I don't want the finger to. A little bit harder. I think that works. The cut and restored rope from India.
He does magic. His name is David Scott. That makes him the Magic Man! It's almost time for another musical guest to come up here, but before that we have a special special person coming up on stage to introduce some people. And Alice, when it comes to special, you would probably be one of the most special of all. How about a hand for Alice? She's here every show, brings you coffee, souvenirs, and you play the puzzles and things like that. You get here so early to help us set up. How do you do it?
Big mystery. There's no magic tricks, so I have my own magic.
That's right.
She has coffee.
Too.
Thank you, Alice.
We have some visitors here today, some more visitors. From where? From the Great Smoky Mountains, and they're called the Warriors for Jesus Christ.
All right. Oh, all three of you.
What's the matter with you? You have to speak up here.
We got a shy one in the bunch.
And look at this jewelry you wear. That's right along there, a nice cross. Okay, maybe you'll get one for your birthday.
Maybe if I'm lucky.
Thank you guys for coming today.
Thank you.
Now wait a minute, I really like these pants. George, what do you think about these pants? Looks like a lot of glue and glitter to me, boy, I tell you. We appreciate y'all for coming.
Yes, and give them a hand.
David, I know you've been working on some special material while Amy goes to get Carol Ann and maybe some more of the musicians and stuff like that, because the show, of course, is coming to an end. Hey, but now without a song from Carol Ann, who is munching on a sausage and biscuit gravy type thing.
Hey, George, you all had a big time last night, didn't
We did. Talk about it, David.
Well, I think that Chris Jones, who was here earlier, I don't know where he is, he had William, you were there, you talk about it.
Last night we all went to the Station Inn. Chris Jones had his CD release, and he did a show there, and it was really a great show. It was 9 o'clock. I didn't get home until like 1 o'clock in the morning. It was just that good. And I usually don't be anywhere after dark.
Now, Carol Ann sang with him last night?
That's correct. Carol Ann was with him.
I did good, didn't I?
She did. She did hardly with him. It was really nice.
I will say this, the first thing William said this morning was Carol Ann did a great job. You can tell she'd really been rehearsing with that. And that was unsolicited. So give Carol Ann a hand for something she did last night that we know nothing about. We never even saw it. But I wasn't there, but I heard it was a grand event. And I wish Chris was still here so we could get him up, but I think he just kind of left. But we got Michael coming in the room, and Tom, and Al, so I tell you, we're getting ready to do it again. Carol Ann, how are you? Are you ready?
She's eating that biscuit and gravy. I tell you, that's very exciting. We have, you probably see me looking around. It's very strange. I'm getting forgetful at my young age. I look 23 and I'm probably 24.
Yeah.
But somehow in the course of things I've lost my camera, which makes no sense. Have I got it around my neck?
You laid your camera down right there beside your guitar about 5 minutes ago.
Okay, well, I love the wife who's going to look for that because that was a birthday present for her. And I know she's excited. How about a hand for our cameraman? Yeah! Last night, as you were on stage at the Station Inn, I couldn't help but be mesmerized.
I know.
Not only your voice, but your beauty.
That was a joke.
This is the same outfit you wore last night.
I told him last night, you want to come see me in this dress again, come tomorrow morning.
It's
I
like a
rolled
flowing
right
gown.
out of bed. Touched up this is last night's makeup. Hey, who's the new sound guy?
What?
Who's the new sound guy?
I wanted you all to meet each other on microphone. Sound guy, can you come up here and say hello to Carol Ann? I'll watch the board from here.
You'll watch the board?
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Are you married? Are you married?
I'm actually not.
It's bad.
You make me smile.
He's cute.
I think I as well rolled right out of bed this morning. This is the shirt I wore here last night. So
One thing in common. Two things in common.
yeah.
2 second-worn garments, no body odor.
Thank you for that too, because I was wondering. So I kind of just stay close to the wall.
You know, does that happen to y'all? Like when you get nervous and it's like, oh my God, what's happening today?
That's called an anxiety attack.
I'm so tired. And I have one more thing to say. What's your name again?
Jamie.
Hi, Jamie.
Oh, again?
Do it again. So anywho.
Made me feel all funny inside.
So.
I was the one doing the kissing.
I know. I'm just, I can't even talk. So, thank you, darling.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm this.
Get my board bit. Can I go?
You go make me sound good over there. So I'm this never married, 46-year-old, bitter, single, old maid woman, right?
No.
No.
Are you talking about Ashley Madison?
George actually looked at those names.
Who is
Saw
this?
your name on there.
Who is this single, bitter old woman?
So what I'm saying is, so these four Defiance people, where are they? They're so cute. I should be utterly nauseated. But they make me happy, even though I still live a pathetic, single. It's been terrible.
Hey, Carolyn.
What, baby?
That first visit's free.
You give me a little bit of time, and I'll think of something really clever.
Well, Caroline, have you expressed to the people the question you had, which you wanted to ask them? Have you had a good time or what?
It took me a minute to catch on to that. I didn't sleep well. How are y'all doing? Love it. How are you? Hey.
She comes from Colorado.
Love that court table.
She came to get her haircut by Vaughn, and Vaughn's getting the scissors ready now.
Me?
No, it's time for you, Caroline.
What did I sing?
Why don't you
sing a song? Because
Shut up and sing.
Well, not only do you have great cornpone humor and costuming, but when you sing, it's enough to fry bacon on a pan.
Well, she's from Alabama.
Little buddy Holly here. The Linda Ronstadt. What's the first word? Thank you. There you go. Can I hear myself a little more things?
You may.
There you go, baby. Here here so I could sit and cry. Golly gee, what have you done to me? Well, I guess it doesn't matter anymore.
What's the next word?
Do you remember, baby, last September, how you held me tight each and every night? Oh, baby, how you drove me crazy. Well, I guess it doesn't matter anymore. There's no use in me, I'm crying. I've done everything and I'm sick of trying. I've thrown away my nights, wasted all my days over you. crying. I've done everything now. I'm sick of trying. I've thrown away my nights, wasted all my days over you. Now you go your way, baby, and I'll go mine. Now and forever till the end of time, and I'll find somebody new, baby. We'll say we're through, and you won't matter anymore. And you won't matter anymore. You won't matter
To Kevin and Turney.
Serious. What would I have done without live music? I just.
Well, wait, don't let the
What's
band
the
leave
first
yet,
word?
because they know it's time for us to get into our final song of the show, unless
Oh,
you
all right.
worked up something else back there in the dressing room. Michael Kelsh, do you have any other ideas before we come to a crashing halt?
Crashing.
Crawdad Hole.
Let's crash and halt.
Let's crash.
Are you all ready for us to sing Crawdad Hole?
Hey, where's the cute couple?
I'm ready.
For
They're out.
Defiance.
Actually, get ready, because Fort Defiance has the CDs out there by the bar. Well, we're the cute couple, Caroline. Give me your hand.
Your
Never mind,
love
you're
just
always-
blessed us all. And I shouldn't be terribly bitter about it. Get up here. You're about to learn the crawdad hole. It's a very, very, very complicated, lots of key changes.
Right, I mean, those people who watch the show all the time,
Changes.
they know this song. I mean, they love it.
Just smile. Just smile.
How about another hand for Carter's Chord?
Tell me who the 80s band was. Who remembers the 80s band?
Little Texas.
No. 80s, but they were 90s. And I liked them. I missed them. Dexy's Midnight Runners. Come on, Eileen.
Oh yeah, Dexter's Midnight Runners, yeah.
Come on, my hat looks like that.
No, it doesn't. His hat looks totally original. How about the one and only Fort
I
Defiance?
love these hairs.
I wasn't doing anything to bother Caroline. You know, Caroline is...
Make a baby right now.
We'd also like to thank Michael Kelsh for stopping by. Michael Kelsh, wave to everybody. Welcome, wave to everybody. We want to thank Susan Compton for coming by. By the way, Susan Compton has a brand new CD, and you can listen to her music online. She's at the top of the charts over there, online.
Yeah, boy.
You know, we also like to thank Gary Talley. He's somewhere out there in the audience, or maybe he decided to run as fast as he could. But how about a hand for Gary Talley? And the ladies from Wolverhampton, along with my lady star. Okay, here we go.
Real bikers.
All right, George. Let's go. Yeah.
Do you remember the 80s band? There were some girls. The Go-Go's.
The Go-Go's.
You look like one of the Go-Go's.
The thin one, right?
Yes. Well, if the Go-Go's would sing this song, they'd sing it probably like this. And when I say honey, you say honey. When I say babe, you say babe. You're not moving your lips. When I say babe, you say babe. That's right. A song called Crawdad Hole. Here we go. I'm kind of out of tune, but that's all right.
Yeah, boy.
Honey. It's alcohol on the Dobro. show. I'm saying, thank you so much. We love you wherever you are. This has been a Viva NashVegas.com production. Good.